doing. And listen, when you see the three of us together and we combine our nefarious powers and we reach down to Arkansas and we reach down to Alabama and we reach across the country, the West Coast, and combine that might in the Dallas Cowboy community, we become Cowboys UnCut, the most uncensored, unfiltered sports commentary show in the world, man. I got the most nefarious person in the nation right now in Landlow from Alabama. There's an APB out for him right now, and they don't know where to find him. He's reporting live from a secret location.
So you snitching now, HT?
Hey, I ain't said nothing.
HT, I'm snitching now. That's crazy.
And man, hey, and then I got the Kanye West of the Dallas Cowboy sports space, man. I got West Coast Cowboy. He might knock the phone out your hand, but you know he will still tell you the truth, man. He out here finding Illuminati every day, and y'all just ain't trying to listen, man. What's up with y'all, my boy?
What's up with you, man? It's your boy West Coast. Hey, what's the name of the show?
Cowboys UnCut, Rex and Tex, Dallas Cowboys DC, Hunt Intensifies.
This dude got crazy with these titles. Hey, send that phone. Can you send
the whole paragraph?
Fact. If can you copy that in inbox and just text it to my 3601 phone number?
You know I got you, bro.
3601. No, you ain't gonna be able to figure out my whole phone number for the last 4 digits, but if you do, bro, I got a job for you. Hey, for real.
They might already have a job. They work for the government. They figure that out.
For real. But yeah, man. We up in here, man. We're about to give y'all about an hour worth of content, man. Then my son my son had class 26 kids. He's the only black kid in the class. And guess what? He got the part to sing the Black National Anthem in the Black History Month. What a coincidence.
You look, he was gonna win that whether he wanted it or not. Like,
hey man, hey, a win is a win, right?
you gotta count every victory.
A win is a win.
A win is a win. So we'll be there at 7 o'clock. We'll be there at 6:15 to hear him open it up. So man, that's funny to me.
Hey, that's trill though, man. That's trill as hell. So, hey, man, real quick before we dive head first to this content, salute to everybody out there in the chat box. We 101 deep. Bobby Budget, Samuel Brown, Daniel Barrera Sports, Robert King, Jacob Lee Master, D. Hofford, Rico Jones, Eli, Casting Cowboy 817, Carl Main, Rico Jones, Brandy Mahoney, 434 Cowboy, DC for Life Texas, Justin Kitchen said HTM Sports for president. Hey man, I still have a soul, so I cannot be a politician. You know, it get a little weird out there with
you actually care about people.
Yeah, we actually care about y'all, man. You know, I don't trust anybody with teeth that be on TV talking to me. Democrat, Republican, I don't even vote. I don't trust.
If he gonna be the president, then what we gonna be?
You gonna be head. They're gonna be in the cabinet, man.
I'll be a lobbyist. That's what I want to be.
I'm gonna have Wes as head of Homeland Security or something.
Y'all ain't never seen House of Cards, have you? Probably not.
Yeah, I started watching like the first episode and I actually liked it. I don't know why I didn't start back watching.
Dope, low key, but I think he got his lobbyist, the dude named Doug. He a monster. He get it done. He called Doug. It's over with. He getting the job handled.
So Doug putting in work.
Doug putting in work on that, boy. I'll tell you. Indeed. I think his name Doug. Somebody help me out. I ain't seen it in some years. I seen the whole thing, but it's been a minute. But House of Cards kind of go harder.
Numbhead Neil said slapped up Dan Quinn 28 times before checking in. I mean, shit, Dan Quinn still trying to steal coaches. Dan Quinn just tried to take our tight end coach today, but the Dallas Cowboys shot it down and vetoed it. So, you know.
You need to relax. Like, I don't know about your business now, bro.
What's up with you, Short Dog? Hey, Short Dog, make sure if you got a comment, you put it in that comment box. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: we have over 1,000 comments that get put into the chat boxes. And the way these platforms are set up, when you send a super chat or a star comment, it makes the comment in yellow, where all the other comments are in blue. So yes, it is easier to see those comments. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, Short Dog, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. If someone sends a Cash App or someone sends a comment that's connected to a super chat, legally we have to read it because they are paying for their comment to get read. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole purpose why they're seeing it. So if you do want to get your read, if you want your comment to get some priority, you could definitely put it in there and put a cash app or put a super chat on it, or you can just say something outrageously dumb,
Or
If it,
dope.
and we'll
if,
say and we'll read your comment.
if it's super dope or super dumb, I'm pretty sure we'll get to it.
Facts. So there you go. So you tell me, brother. Love you, man.
Yeah, it's all love, kinfolk. Joe Chan China in the building, Ray Sean. Let's go ahead and jump into it, man. So, first and foremost, before we talk about the future, let's talk about what happened. Because there's still a bunch of folks that are grieving. They're literally grieving the loss of Dan Quinn.
Mm.
What have I told you? The Dallas Cowboys were one of the worst defenses to end the season. What have I told you? They were a bottom 10 defense to end the year. Would you believe me? Would you believe me? Would you take a flyer on that?
Yeah, I would.
Yep. I
I mean,
seen the
I
games too.
watched the games. So
Yeah.
yes, I
yeah.
would.
Okay, so let's throw it on out here. So according to Connor Live say,
Hey,
here's
I
the
know
final.
him. That's my boy. He legit.
All right, indeed. So shout out to Connor. Make sure y'all go and follow him on Twitter because that's where I took this from.
Yeah, he a
He
beast
said
on Twitter.
he said this is the final 7 weeks of the Dallas Cowboys defense in the NFL. They were god awful anytime they played good quarterbacks slash good defensive coordinators. Also, shout out to oh no, Bobby Budget hit me with a $2 cash out. Thank you for the love and support, my brother. I appreciate you, my guy.
Appreciate y'all.
Indeed. So it's sort of hard to read, so I'll read it off of the phone from where I got it from, just so there's no mistaking it. All right. So this is the defensive statistics of 2023 win probability 0 to 100% regular season, weeks 13 through 18. So like as he mentioned, the final 7 weeks of the season, downs 1 through 4 all quarters, and this is the EPA per drop back when they played. So they were 28. They were the 28th ranked defense in EPA. No, at the end of the season. If you're wondering what EPA is, I just want you to Google it because I can try and put it in layman's term. It's pretty much just gauging the efficiency of what they did per drop back, right? So they were one of the least efficient defenses in the National Football League to end the season. The only teams that were actually worse than them were the Eagles, who we know were trash, were the Washington Commanders, who were dumpster Jews. They were worse than trash. The Seattle Seahawks, they were very up and down. They had some good personnel. They didn't always play up to par. And we know that the Cardinals had their issues defensively, except for when they played us. They locked us the hell up. But those are the teams. Like everybody else were better. 27 teams fared better than the Dallas Cowboys in the final 7 weeks of the season. So I love Dan Quinn. I like what he did for this team, but I be telling y'all we trauma bonded with that man. Dan Quinn came to us after we had one of the worst defenses in franchise history. The Dallas Cowboys were god awful in 2020, and we were just happy as hell that we were better in 2021. We got Micah Parsons. We got somebody that had double-digit sacks. Trayvon Diggs had all those interceptions. So we felt good about our team. But we had issues against the run. The issues of him not matching personnel against heavy sets was still persistent from day one. And this year just came to a head. Like the Dallas Cowboys defense allowed almost 29 points per game against teams with winning records. So I know that there are some folks saying we should have kept Dan Quinn, but I think that at this point that he ran his course in Dallas, man, because it got worse from the year prior. It probably would have got worse this upcoming season.
Facts.
Facts.
I think it's just time for change, man. Cause okay, like I said, the things that are vital in the playoffs, that's not what we was trying to implement. You know what I'm saying? Like we went studying the run game really because we didn't get the things that we needed to stop the run. Like we got a rookie defensive tackle and then we got no linebacker. So how you expect yourself to stop the run in that type of situation? You know what I'm saying? So that obviously wasn't a priority if you think about it. Like was that really a priority? Like for you to come in equipped with those tools and you say you're gonna stop the run, like let's be real. If that's the case, you should have been standing on the table like, hey man, it's certain things that I need if you will want me to stop this run. And since Dan Quinn been here, even since 2020, Like, that's one thing that the Cowboys that's been constant. Like, we haven't been a team that can stop the run. Like, even since 2020, we know 2020 was the worst stuff ever, as far as defense go. So we ain't been able to stop the run even since then. So even through Dan Quinn's reign of, rebooting the defense and making us look better, per se, we still had those underlying problems that we never been able to fix. So I'm willing to get a coach that, like I said, I don't care about the flash. If I had no flash, give me all substance. And when I say substance, is stopping the run, being a team that holds people, a good red zone team, keep people from scoring a whole lot of points, opposed to having all these fumbles and interceptions. So that's what I say, like flash versus substance. Give me substance all day.
I don't know if is this actually like a question, or are we just giving our thoughts and opinion?
Thoughts and opinion.
Okay, so this is my thoughts and opinions on, I guess you would say, on Dan Quinn, and then we can kind of move on to these new dudes that we possibly about to bring in here.
Right. I just want to shut the door on Dan.
Yeah. I mean, I just kind of feel like dudes. I think I definitely feel people get married to their ideas, man. They had these great ideas. And ACM, send me the title. Text that title to me, please. That's why I'm all thrown off right now. I'm trying to update my title right now. No, you good. You good. You get these ideas, man. You get these ideas in your head, and then they be so great, and then like a marriage, or like anything in life, that you try to force it sometimes, and it's just really not there. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to divorce those ideas and move on. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Dan Quinn is married to this idea when it comes to the middle linebacker and the idea of him valuing turnovers over anything. And you know what? I kind of get him. I kind of understand the whole turnover situation, because Dan Quinn was coming from Atlanta last year, where his offense wasn't as good. So he, in his mind, was a dude that was like my other phone, 3601.
Oh, the other one, okay.
I think he was stuck on the idea that we got to get these turnovers. We got to get these turnovers, where it's like, you don't really got to get these turnovers. What you really need to do is hold dudes under like 20 points and let the offense do the rest of they do. You just win a bunch. Instead of winning 35, 40 to 20, you win games, 31 to 20. You know what I'm saying? And so I think he was kind of married to that idea. And I'm curious to see how that works in Washington. I'm very curious to see how that works in Washington, because he is basically trying, because they don't have the offense to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have an offense to do that. And you don't have the money or the means or the talent to create that offense in a year. Not even a year.
Shout out to Bobby Budget with the $2 cash app on my side too. Appreciate you, sir.
You don't have in 6 months, you don't have that. And he's not even an offensive guru type of dude. He's a defensive guru dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm curious to see if he takes that same mentality to Washington, where they don't have an offense that can put up 25, 30 points every week.
I think he'll try, because I think that's why they brought in Cliff Kingsbury, because Cliff Kingsbury is not a conservative ass play caller. They gonna be out there just having what is called, they're gonna need Tommy John surgery. They're gonna be throwing the ball so damn much.
Slanging that thing.
So, yeah.
Hey, you sent that title, but yeah, but I mean, that's probably, that's probably, like I said, man, that's my only thing with Dan Quinn, like, and I also believe that, I think that a lot the defensive, like, you still got to have the plays, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made a statement about how a lot of our things on defense has to change, but it's like Dan Quinn is an offensive minded coach, so it's like, you can't, ain't no calls on the defense that they're making on defense that Dan Quinn could tell them that could be like, hey, they could use that as an advantage. Now on offense, for sure, that can happen on offense for sure. So there definitely needs to, there should have been things that should have changed for the offense when Kellen Moore left anyway. You know what I'm saying? I hate when you fire a guy, but how do you fire a guy but keep his playbook? That's weird to me, bro. Like, that's like you gonna fire your girl, but you're gonna keep all her clothes. Like, that's weird, bro. Like, that's weird, bro. That's weird. Like,
Keep
Because
his
if you
hey, keep his
fired him,
pants in the bitch clothes, man.
yeah, but that's weird to me, bro. Like, how do you say he's not good enough, but then you're gonna keep his principles and the things he did. That made no sense. And then you're gonna have somebody else try to run his offense. That makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm curious to see. I'm very curious, but I mean, all in all, man, I think Dan Quinn just hit his ceiling. And the thing that Dan Quinn, I think he hit his ceiling faster than we thought he was going to hit because we actually had some good athletes. You know what I'm saying? So I think like I think he plateaued. Like if you be in the gym and you just not getting no bigger, and that's what Dan Quinn is. I think if the Dallas Cowboys, you got to remember, like we were only really, really bad in 2020 because we tried to switch our defense from a 4-3 to a 3-4 in 6 months over Zoom. The year before that, we were not the worst defense in football. You know what I'm saying? We had the hot boys. Remember, everybody was wearing them hats and wearing them chains. The reason why they were wearing them hats and wearing them chains is because your defense was really good. You know what I'm saying? Now, Dan Quinn, all he really did is just came in and was just like, yeah, that stupid stuff from last year, we're not going to do anymore. You know what I'm saying? And then your Cowboys defense went back to it being as good as they were at least before he got there. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely agree with, I think it was Henny that said that, or one of y'all that said, we kind of got caught up in the fact that we were just so bad that year that
Yeah,
when he
trauma
came
bonding,
in, we
bro.
were like, oh my God. And then you be sitting around, you be like, damn, bro, you is really not that cute. What did Nate Dogg say? Now that I'm sober, you ain't that fine.
The lights came on in the club, and we like, damn.
That boy Nate Dogg said, now that you sober, you ain't that fine.
Real
But let's
talk,
get
man.
into the biggest candidate that we got right now, man, Mr. Wild Man Rex Ryan. We had Rob
Yeah.
for a few years, but Rex is crazier than a mug too. Like
Yeah,
he's a character, bro.
he got a Dallas personality.
He's a character. And like, look though, one thing I noticed about him, and I just read a couple of articles on him, man, and his culture philosophy is interesting, and I think it could work in Dallas. One of the biggest things that he likes to do is he likes to be the big personality that takes all the criticism, all the blame, all the hype. He take all of that and pretty much owns it. You know what I'm saying? So it don't go on the players. It comes to him. You know what I'm saying? So anytime they talking like, oh, what y'all gonna do this way? All the little negative stuff that comes through Dallas media, you know how much of a circus it is. All of that stuff will be absorbed by Rex Ryan. He gonna take it. He gonna own it. And then he'll let the defensive players just do what they do. That's one of his ways that he like to approach his coaching, and I love it. I think that's great for Dallas. Like, it's gonna be a lot of negative shots coming at him, right? You know what I'm saying? Coming from being a coach in Dallas, and Rex Ryan is a big enough personality to just absorb all of that and be like, hey, blocking all the BS from the players and letting the players do their job. That's one of the ways he like to that's one of his approaches as far as he go about coaching. So I
Well,
like it.
I'll say this about Rex Ryan. Also, shout out to Josina Anderson for breaking the store. She was the first one to drop that. So salute. Make sure y'all give her a follow on all social medias. But like you said, like I'm in a very weird situation with Rex Ryan in the same way I'm in a weird situation with the rest of the coaching candidates that we have. Because listen, if we had all these dudes wanting to be the Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator in 2010, this would be the dopest shit in the world, bro. This would be the dopest job competition ever. Like 2010 Rex Ryan, 2010 Ron Rivera, 2010 Mike Zimmer. Like that would have been dope. That's the best. That's the best collection of defensive coordinators coming together to get one singular job I ever seen. But in 2024, that shit don't hit the same to me
Say,
because
bro. Go
hold
ahead.
on, let me finish this out real quick, man. Because listen, Ron Rivera was last a defensive coordinator in the Obama administration. Rex Ryan has been away from football for almost a decade. He last coached in 2015, and I will also throw in his defense was not that good. Mike Zimmer is the closest one that had any ties to the NFL, and he's been out of the league for 2 years. So my thing is like I can go from candidate to candidate to candidate, and I can find good things about them, dude, because they all got name recognition. They all got Super Bowls. Like Rex Ryan won a Super Bowl as a defensive line coach. Ron Rivera was part of the '85 Bears as a linebacker. You
He
know
older than the mother.
man.
I wasn't even born yet.
Mike Zimmer coached Deion Sanders in Dallas, so he won a
The
Super Bowl.
85 Bells, bro. I was a lump in my mama's stomach by then, my boy. Good grief.
So my point being, like, they all
What
have
they say in
accolades.
the South, you was an itch in your daddy pants back then,
Man,
boy.
they used to tell you wasn't even thought about, boy. you wasn't even thought of.
You know what I'm saying? Boy, you was just an itch in your daddy pants back then, boy.
Man, but point being though, man, it just, if you look at the resumes and some of the things that they did back in the gap, like, you can make an argument for all of these guys, right? But the issue is, can any one of these guys come into Dallas in 2024 and stop a Shanahan tree offense? Can they stop the 49ers? Can they stop the Miami Dolphins? Because remember, the NFL is constantly changing. There are different personnel packages that are ran more often than what was ran when they were going out there. More motion has been implemented. There's a lot of things that have changed. Even the rules have slightly changed for some of these guys as they've been gone. So for real, like, there have been offensive and defensive rule changes since Rex Ryan been out of the league.
Time out, bro. This would be quick. Well, 4-3-4. I ain't never heard that one. Look what he said.
He said,
my cousin.
Hold on, because this done slipped out. Let me pull this shit up real quick.
I ain't never heard that
man,
one.
I'ma just say, whenever it's my time, man, because, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm so happy that.
So you still swimming in Nashville.
Hey, real quick, if you on Facebook, West Coast Cowboy Facebook, man, I got to get to 10,000 followers on YouTube. Take this YouTube serious, man. I got 77,000 followers on Facebook, man. We got to transition all y'all to YouTube. Please, please, please go to West Coast Cowboy right now and hit that subscribe button. When you do, hit subscribe. Hey, West, put some in the comment box and I'm gonna show you some love real quick. Please, please, please. But yo, man, can I mean, thank you, man. I'm happy I let him go first, man. Cause, like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, I be going against the grain on a lot of stuff, man. I be going against a lot of stuff, and I got a lot of hate from my Rex Ryan video. Why? Because before that, I was being a little viewer. I ain't gonna call myself no slut, but I was being a little viewer. I'm gonna call myself a view whore. You know what I'm saying? But I knew Rex Ryan had this viral clip of him getting his defense all juiced up and stuff. So I posted it before I posted this video. And it did exactly what it did. Numbers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody else do it. What the hell? I can't do it. I ain't post no sex tape. So what y'all tripping for? Yeah.
I mean, shit, Rex Ryan did, so you'll feel bad.
At this time.
Hey, yeah. That's what I said. Hey, you heard what I said, love? Yeah.
Very nefarious.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, people was hating, you know what I'm saying? But listen, man, I'm in agreement with HTM on this one, man. Like, I don't want no head coach being a defensive coordinator. That is a step down. And I'm gonna tell you this one thing I've learned about being in business is everybody doesn't take on that role well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see it in professional sports that some guys don't realize that, bro, you're not that guy no more, bro. Like, that you're not that dude no more. You know what I'm saying? It's time to let that other guy be that guy. And, bro, like, for me, Rex Ryan, I think everything that you just said about Rex Ryan lets me know and believe why he should be interviewing for a head coaching job. For Rex Ryan, after not being in football for almost 10 years, you do not need to be a defensive coordinator. The reason why you don't need to be a defensive coordinator is, I'm going to tell you this right here. One, a defensive coordinator really has to work, bruh. Like, you are really going to be, listen to me, on air, you are handed paperwork. You are handed papers that have stats and facts and all these types of things and points that you can just read off of and just build your argument as you go, right? But when you play the Chiefs week 6, that's not going to be some intern handing you stats. That's going to be what you have actually done. Like, you're going to have to actually work. You know what I'm saying? Like Rex Ryan. And then think about this. All the things that we loved about Rex Ryan are all things that a head coach, you said, people said that, hey, Rex Ryan's going to be able to deflect some of the buttons in the media. Well, guess what? That's not his job to do that. That's the head coach's job to do that. It's the head coach's job to talk about the morale of the team. No, it's the defensive coordinator's job to talk about why y'all ain't stopped the run, what y'all gonna do about trying to put clamps on these running quarterbacks, what y'all gonna do about those are the type of answers that Rex Ryan's gonna have to have. And it's like, to be honest with you, I don't want to have to. I don't want, because like I think some of these guys are gonna have midlife crises. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna really like a Bill Belichick. And I think that's why teams really didn't want him as a defensive coordinator, because sometimes you can it's like asking Michael Jordan to come off the bench. Like, what? Like, bro, and think about this. Even when Michael Jordan was in Washington and everybody knew he was not Michael Jordan and he was only averaging 14 points, he was still demanding to start. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, Rex Ryan, if you want to get back in football, go be a head coach. Because everything that we love about Rex Ryan screams head coach. It does not scream him sitting at Mike McCarthy and sitting and asking Mike McCarthy, And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Everybody keeps on saying that he has to be a good fit with Jerry. Hell no. He don't technically work for Jerry. Technically, he works for Mike McCarthy. He's under Mike McCarthy. So the conversation really needs to be is, what is that relationship going to be with a Mike McCarthy and a Rex Ryan? And let's just be real. A lot of you guys didn't want Mike McCarthy. Why? Because he was 1 year removed from football. This dude is 9. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I do not believe that after not being in football, not coaching football in 9 years, in an interview, you can answer this question with 100% confidence. Well, what we have right now, how can you stop the run?
See, that's one thing I do want to talk about though. Like, if whoever come in here, if they are older coach, they probably should be able to have some demands. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I need this, I need that. If you want me to
not as a position coach, though. And think about this. You got to have some type of
what coach?
Not as a position, not as a guy who has, because at right now, think about this. If you give this job to Rex Ryan, you're giving him a favor. You wanna know why? Because why didn't nobody else interview him for anything?
Yeah, I ain't saying it as a favor. I'm just saying, like, it's
certain.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you hired him,
look, if we talk about a new defense coordinator, right? It's certain things that we gonna need as a team. Like, we need him to come in and help us stop the run. So if we demand that from him, he should be like, okay, if that's what you want me to do, I'm gonna need this. You know what I'm saying? If you give me a job, I need the right tools to get it done. So if they just say, okay, I'm sure that's one of the top priorities of any defensive coordinator coming into Dallas right now. You must be able to help this team stop the run. We've been getting embarrassed by it for years now. So that's all I'm saying. Like, they're gonna need some kind of demand, like, okay, if you want me to do this, this is what I'm gonna need to get the job done. But I'm
gonna tell you this right here. Unfortunately, I've never had. I'm used to be a district manager for a large cell phone company. Never in my life has someone looking for a job come in my office and tell me what they need to do their job that I'm hiring you to do. Bruh, every answer that I give you, the answer needs to be me. Bro, that's not how it works. You don't go into Walmart and tell Walmart, hey, man, what's up? Oh, yeah, I'm good. We need a cashier. Oh, well, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you need me to get the job done, I'm going to need this. No, that is not how someone gets employment. That is not how you get employment. When you get employment, someone is going to give you a list of demands. Because think about this. If the Cowboys were okay with fulfilling demands, they would have just did that with the last guy. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is, though, is when they ask you to do the job, they still gonna give you a cash register.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna give you a cash register, though.
But see, this is the thing, though. Everywhere else, they're gonna do that. They're not gonna. How do you listen to me? They
gonna give you a calculator in Dallas.
Listen to this. Yeah, it's
here you go.
And I'll be honest with you, man. I feel it like this. watching football for the last 9 years, because think about this. Mike McCarthy was out of football 1 year. How many games did we win that next year? And I'm not saying because of Dak got hurt, because we were not a good offense before Dak got hurt. Let's just be real in that Giants game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just being real, and that's just been one more.
Like offense, but a bad.
Listen to me, fellas. Yeah. We need a guy who you think is smarter than the off. We don't listen to me. We don't need motivation. I don't give a damn. The dude can be a dead little slug. This ain't high school football, baby, fellas. Like Cowboy and Cowboy Nation, this is not high school football. We are not hiring dudes because they are good motivators. Listen to me. Motivation will still have your ass get beat by 40. Like motivation only works in like 7-year-old and 8-year-old and 9-year-old football. Everywhere else, bro, a bunch of unmotivated kids can go out there and dog walk your ass. That doesn't matter. You need a guy right now. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you what you really need. You need a guy who's above the curve. Because bro, if you have a guy who can barely do what you do right now, you know what you are? A team that's gonna lose to the 49ers every year. You need a team. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Be honest, 100 with you. Since we just waiting, when the 49ers lose, go whoever the hell their defense. Like if you gonna, because you gotta hire freaking position coaches. Go get one of them. I go get one of them dudes first before I go get a dude that's been talking on TV. And I'm gonna tell you this last thing: when you talk freely on TV, you know what that lets you know? That you have a platform and a voice. Bruh.
Yeah, I was about to say piggyback on what you said.
You know how hard that's gonna be to turn that platform and voice off? Because there ain't gonna be no more ESPNs. No, it's only gonna be at the end of the game when we ask the defensive coordinator your 7 questions. Get your 7 minutes with the defensive coordinator. Rex, what is you talking about? The scheme of the team. We don't know. We don't give a damn about the scheme of the team. We want to know why the hell y'all gave up 47 points, bro.
No, you remember you said you asked about that relationship. That was a good point, because that relationship was on fire already. Rex Ryan was on ESPN dogging Mike McCarthy out. So that's a hurdle bro. Yeah, like that's a hurdle that they'll have to jump right there.
Dogging, and then think about this. Rex Ryan's most fun. Everybody loves the people who are really, really on Rex Ryan. You want to know why? Because he said that video that went viral about it wasn't the defense's fault, that it was the offense, right? Well, think about this, fellas. Who calls the plays on offense? Bro, do you honestly think Mike McCarthy is going to be sitting in an office with Jerry when Jerry honestly looks over him and says, "Hey, man, what you think about Rex?" You honestly think Mike McCarthy, at least after seeing that video, is going to be like, "Oh yeah, bring him in"?
Well, let me piggyback on some of the things that you stated. That you said a lot of true stuff, but I do also want to add in some context. The guys that we want, the young guys that want to come and make a name for themselves, they're not coming to Dallas.
Right, unless you pay them. You're going to pay them.
And 2, they have no form of job security. If things do not go well, and
nobody does.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why everybody is ready to jump ship. Just what Joe Witt said, his dream job was to be the defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys, and he didn't even wait to interview. He took the first job that he could, because he knew if Mike McCarthy messes up, if this team doesn't succeed, I'm going to be fired. Either way that it goes,
I'm not going to get an interview too. Yeah. Think about this. I'm not going to get an interview. I'm going to be fired with him.
Yeah, so the point of that is no young dude is gonna come in here and pitch their wagon to Mike McCarthy, and that's the issue. Is why everybody that's a serious candidate for the Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator position is an older coach trying to get back into the NFL. Mike Zimmer is trying to get back into the NFL. Ron Rivera is trying to get back in the NFL after losing his job. We just talked about how long that Rex Ryan been out there making content and being on TV shows and stuff. And let me ask y'all, when was the last time we just seen this happen with John Gruden? John Gruden talked all that good shit on the Gruden grinder. Talking to all these draft prospects, looked like he was up to par, ready, and he failed in Oakland when he got back there. He failed. They were not a good football team, but people thought because he talked so well about football on his platform that he was ready to get back in the NFL, and that just wasn't the case. Another thing in regards to that, right? Dallas Cowboys at this point, man, is choosing the lesser of the evils. Like neither one of these candidates is going to be somebody that I'm going to stand on the table for. I'm just telling Cowboy Nation that shit right now. Is there a possibility that one of them could work out? Sure, because you got to actually play the games to know what happens, right? But like I would prefer somebody like Mike Zimmer over Ron Rivera over Rex Ryan right now because the time away from the game has been less. And I've seen Mike Zimmer. He was just a analyst for Deion Sanders. He just went down to Grambling and did a coaching clinic with the coaches at Grambling State. So he's been hands on at the college level. He just ain't been in the NFL. So he's actually been doing some coaching.
See, now that's what scares me the most, because if it just depends on what Rex Ryan been doing all this damn time. Like, has he just been an announcer, or has he been dialed in, tapped into these new offenses, and has he been doing his research? Once he get back into the NFL, is he gonna have to dust off this old dusty playbook? Like we got to know what he's gonna be doing or what he got to do to get back in the groove of things. So that is risky. The NFL done changed like 100 million times since in 10 years or close to 10 years since he been gone. But like, let's make no mistake about it though. He was one of the better ones though. Like, so it just depends on how tapped in he is. Like, I'm somebody like, bro, I'm 37 right now, so I ain't really been into the hip hop world like I used to be. So, you know, I'm kind of tapped out. I'm not in the circle no more. So I feel like I still got it, but it'll take a little time for me to just jump back in and be able to get into the groove of things. So it just depends on how adaptable Rex Ryan might be. I really like Rex though, but I'm just scared of him being 10 years removed almost. That's what I'm afraid of.
So 10 years. So listen to me. If 10 years afraid, you're afraid of 10 years, right? Mm-hmm. 10 years afraid. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question. So how long ago was 2008?
Shit, dog. 16 years.
Well, they were singing Lean With It, Rock With It or some shit.
Okay, well, think about this, right? It's been 16 years. Listen to this statement. It has been 9 years since Rex Ryan has coached in the NFL. It has been 16 years since he's been a defensive coordinator in the NFL.
They said he did interview for the Broncos last year, but that ain't on the job though.
But hold on. I need that to let that marinate. Sometimes we flip the meat over way too fast. Let that marinate for a minute. Let's let it marinate. Let it sizzle. All right. 9 years has not coached in the NFL. 16 years since he last coached as a defensive coordinator. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. Rex Ryan got an interview based on a 30-second clip that he did on ESPN. And I'm going to tell you what Jerry Jones is doing right now. He is feeding into the narrative. He is feeding into this is a name that we can interview, come in here, we can talk some stuff. And guess what? So we're going to get social media blast for all day throughout the Super Bowl. Remember this, Jerry Jones slipped up and said, oh yeah, you think we'll announce, they said, you think you announce your defensive coordinator? He said, oh, announce it during the Super Bowl and try to upstage the Super Bowl. No, we're not going to do nothing like that. That's crazy. But think about this. We have the Super Bowl. They're supposed to be the Super Bowl in a week. You know what we're talking about? Not Chiefs and who else? Who's playing the Super Bowl? Chiefs and 49ers. I got to think about who played the 49ers. And think about this. The price of the tickets dropped $1,000. They were just $6,500. You can get in the Super Bowl right now for $5,400. You know what I'm saying? Which is a deal if you ain't never been to a Super Bowl. But think about this. Today is what's today? Wednesday? Today Wednesday? Today is Wednesday before the Super Bowl. And you know what the biggest trending topic in football is right now? The Dallas Cowboys interviewing Rex Ryan. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Tomorrow is going to be something else. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I've always felt like this, and I've always knew this. Just like on them bachelorette shows when they be having 100 girls and he got to pick one. As soon as he walk in that room the first day, he know exactly who he going to pick. The rest of this is just for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones knows exactly who his defensive coordinator is. And guess what? All the rest of this stuff is for entertainment. Bruh, bruh, bruh. If you was really looking for the best defensive coordinator, why are we interviewing guys that nobody else is interviewing, bruh? Why are we interviewing guys that
all the rest of the defensive coordinators got a job now.
like, yes, like that's what I'm saying. Like, if you really wanted
the party.
Bro, if you really wanted the best batch of guys, why didn't you actually get the best batch of guys? And think about this. Everybody keeps on saying
still here though.
I told you that's exactly why. That's exactly why they wanted Dan Quinn still.
They wanted Dan Quinn to stay. They did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you the real reason why they wanted Dan Quinn to stay. Because if it doesn't work, they can get rid of everybody next year. Yep. Not just Dan, then Mike. Because then think about this. If you bring in a new head coach, you got to sell him on that defensive coordinator. But if everybody fails, you fire everybody. And don't think the Cowboys haven't done it, because they did do it just 5 years ago when they fired. Listen to this. They had 16 coaches on staff. 15 coaches got fired. For 50 brownie points, can anybody tell me what was the one coach that didn't get fired?
Kellen Moore.
Come on, bro. How they gonna get the brownie points if y'all tell them the answer before they can put it in?
I thought you were asking us.
I thought we were gonna get the brownie points.
I thought you were asking me. My bad.
No, bro. Imagine the purge. They literally did a purge, bro, and the only person who made it through was Kellen Moore, bro. That's weird. You want to know why? Because before they went out there and shot, I ain't gonna say this on live because I don't want nobody to get demonetized. But before they went out there and purged all 16 of these dudes, in their mind, just like on that Eminem movie when he do that crazy thing, he do the serial killer, he's scratching out the list. He already had a list. Oh yeah, we ain't gonna shoot him. Come here. And that's what it is right now. The Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys.
When it was like, F you, you're cool. F you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna tell you, if you look at how the Cowboys are moving, they're moving like a team that's just filling up time, bro. Why would you interview Rex Ryan yesterday? Like, this is weird. And think about this. Mike Grable hasn't even been rumored as having an interview.
He's not. Mike,
so
I don't know what's going on with Mike.
So you're going to tell me the Cowboys value Mike Grable over Rex? Let's just forget everybody else who's interviewing. Let's just say these two names. How does Mike Grable and Rex Ryan both walk into a room with Jerry Jones and Rex Ryan walks out in an interview?
I don't think Mike Vrabel. I don't think Mike Vrabel is trying to get a DC.
Listen, I'm not even asking. Listen to me. I'm not even asking that because we don't know if these. Listen to me. Rumored interviews, we can offer an interview, but we should be able to hear him decline it. So let's not even put that out there. Let's not even put that in there because then fans like to run with that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm just telling you what's been reported. I ain't talking about a narrative.
But listen to me. You can report anything. You got to remember, Cowboys. As a coach, you can pay a coach anything. So you can literally match his salary. So it's not about a salary thing. And think about this. What head coaching job is Mike Vrabel trying to get right now?
There is none. That's why they believe he might have a cycle.
So that's what I'm saying. So how is he? So you telling me Vrabel's willing to sit out a whole year of football?
That is what they're saying. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just telling you what's being reported.
I believe. Listen to me. You want to know why I believe it's being reported? Because he ain't got no options. That's why.
The thing about it, though, one thing we got to think about, though, we might be replacing this whole defensive staff at this time. You know what I'm saying? Because look, we need to hire us a defensive coordinator ASAP. After that, he bring his own guys in. Because look, Aiden Dirty might get this Seattle job. Who knows? That's another spot. So you'll be without Dan Quinn, Aiden Dirty, Joe Witt Jr. That's 3 jobs right there. And then Al Harris already said he might jump ship. That's 4. So if you bring in a defensive coordinator, he might need to bring his own regime in anyway. So
the fact that Al Harris is not getting an interview says volumes. I'm sorry, bro. That says volumes, bro. I don't give it away. Can we all stop and pause here for 20 seconds, please? Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. That speaks volumes. You have players that are lobbying for him to get an interview, and they're not even interviewing him. Mm-hmm. But Rex Ryan is getting in. But Rex Ryan is getting in. But Rex Ryan is getting an interview.
we interviewing all these people. It's a lot of different people. Like we might hire 3 of these folks. we don't know. Like we don't know if they getting hired for the defense coordinator position. We don't know if they doing it for the assistant position. All we know is they interviewing. So maybe you get somebody like Rex Ryan as a consultant, or maybe you get somebody like Summer as a consultant.
What are your thoughts on the people who aren't getting interviews though? What are your thoughts on that though? What are your thoughts on Al Harris not getting interviewed? Rex, think about this. Al Harris
is ready to go. I think Al's
not even your Rooney. Al's not even your Rooney Rule guy. He's not even your Rooney. You're not even interviewing him because he's black.
You can't do that on the team, I don't think.
Yeah, you can't. Every Rooney Rule person has to be outside of the organization.
Hey, you know what? Smart by the NFL, because Jerry would have finagled the hell out that shit. He would have been interviewing the janitor.
He would have interviewed the water boy. Like, you black, ain't you?
You're black enough.
Landlord.
Come on.
Hit him like landlord. I see your hair is real good. It's real good texture. Now, are you just got real good hair, or you got a little Indian in your family? Because I need to know before I interview you. Because
you're a little too red for me, Mr. Landlord.
You got a little red, and you got a little red in your skins, boy. Hey, y'all know Jerry love the people. Hey, that's me. I turned my camera off. Don't trip.
All right, I figure you did. I seen you disappeared. What up with you, Mr. Richburg? But
shout out to everybody rocking, man. We got a lot of people watching on here too.
Indeed, 338, man. But hey, the only thing I say about Al Harris, there already were reports of some people saying he might not be ready just yet to be a defensive coordinator.
He's not
because he doesn't have the background in it. Even when they talk about day-to-day activity, he said his main thing that he focuses on is just the technique with the corners.
And that's what he should say, because that's his job.
Yeah,
that's what he should say.
So there's no play calling back. There's no play calling responsibility. I think he got to grow into that. So
they giving me mixed messages though, because for Trey to say that, Trey must feel like he ready.
Trey,
you know what I mean? For Trey to say that, he must feel like he ready.
But he also somebody that's hands on with him and coaches him every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure
you're gonna step up for your guy.
Step up for your position coach. Yeah. If you talk to Jake Ferguson, he'll probably tell you that Wells. He'll probably tell you London Wells could be offensive coordinator if you talk to Jake Ferguson. True. I'm just saying, people go to bat for the people they with every day. Like the people that help them day in and day out be better professionals, they go to bat for them. Like Al Harris helped Trayvon Diggs make a lot of money. Because it's night and day how Trayvon Diggs developed from 2020 to 2021 when Al Harris got his hands on him. So I'm just saying.
Man. Trey was still
I don't know exactly. I said the same thing.
Trey was getting on people. Look, that defense was terrible though. Like he was getting cooked.
And I'm gonna say Trey was terrible too. So
of course the whole defense terrible. Like, but look, we seen that out of our pro Trey getting smoked the time or two. We still seen that. That's who he is. Like he's been a ball guy,
but Al Harris Al Harris' track record with corners, every stop that he's been at has been impeccable. That's all I'm gonna say today.
Yeah, I ain't taking away from Al. I'm just saying, like, Trey probably would have been Trey. He was Trey on a bad defense.
I mean, and that's fair. And and he's a rookie. I'm not trying to shit. I ain't trying to shit on my boy Trey, because I rock with 7, man. I'm just saying.
I can't wait to Trey get back healthy, bro. I swear, bro.
That really derailed us a lot more than we.
Y'all know that's my dude too, bro. Like that made me sick. Trey got hurt for the year, bro.
Man, I think we all can agree. Like Trayvon Diggs going down hurt us more than we really thought of. Especially when you look at the numbers we gave up in the passing game to some of these better quarterbacks. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think we talked enough about how old or how far removed Rex is, but y'all don't want to at least talk about, like, how he would try to use this defense. Because I ain't gonna lie, he a man-to-man dude. I know he 3'4", but he a fool with that man-to-man though, bro. We got some corners like, hey, he might have Trey over there looking like Reeves now. Quit playing with him now. Hey, it's some stuff to think about now. I'm gonna be real, like, hey, he might have Micah looking like Ray out there. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe Rex can do some wonderful things with Micah though. He'll have Micah everywhere.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, schematically, when you talk about any one of these guys, I like the thought of Michael Parsons and Mike Zimmer's scheme, mugging the A gap. You don't know if Michael probably actually get some picks in Mike Zimmer's scheme. He might get some picks. He'll probably still have double-digit sacks. So, like, I can also see him operating as a, outside linebacker pass rusher in a 3-4 scheme. I just think it's a little bit more work to convert what we have over than just sticking with what we got.
Hey,
Now,
like 434 said, Diggs Island, bro. Hey, you got you some special corners over here, and Rex want to play man to man. That's our best. You know what I'm saying? That's our best attribute, man to man. He probably could turn it up if he can do that and make this defense be formidable against the run. And with some of them exotic blitzes, hey, it could work, but he'll have to modernize it though. He can't come with the same stuff he was doing in Buffalo or in New Jersey. Well, that was still the New Jersey Jets, wasn't it? I don't even know.
the New York
They
Jets.
probably was still New Jersey back then. But you can't bring that same cookie cutter, copy and paste to the modern football right now. You can't do that. If he can figure out a modernized version of it, that it can pretty much handle these motions and all of this new stuff they doing, hey, it could work.
Rex needs somebody with him though. If Rex Ryan comes, he needs to have the ability to bring a younger coach with him that can help him understand how to shut down some of these modern defenses. Either you make the hire for him, or you let him find somebody. But I feel the same way about Mike McCarthy. I think Mike McCarthy needs somebody a little bit younger, a little bit more in the know about how to operate a modern offense to be with him. Right, so I think both these older coaches need somebody, just like y'all got kids to keep y'all hip. Like y'all know some of the latest songs because of your kids and shit. So I feel the same way about these modern offenses and modern defenses. You might need somebody a little bit more in tune on the actual coaching staff with you.
I say it like this, right? I ain't trying to take it there, but I will say there's a certain group of people who get hired for a job and then go get to hire someone to actually do their job. That's crazy to me. Like Rex Ryan, you're hired to be the defensive coordinator. Now go find a young guy who can watch film and break down how to beat these young explosive offenses that are kicking our butts, right? So then my question is this: why don't we just hire that guy? Because
they don't want him.
You get what I mean? Like, and I'm gonna keep it real. This mindset of the understudy does the work and then hands the homework over to the head coach, and the head coach goes out there. Nah, bruh. That's nah, man. Nah, bruh. No.
I mean,
Defensive coordinator.
We don't have to agree with it, but that's probably be what the hell they do.
I agree. Listen, but I'm gonna tell you this right here. I'm sorry. I just don't see. How old is Rex Ryan?
61.
And listen to me. The
He's
last
really not that old though.
He's not that old. But think about this. The last time that he, even the real last time that he had to needle down on something was almost 15, 16 years ago. Because as a head coach, you're not doing that. You're not overseeing the defense as a head coach. Like we made that argument when Dan Quinn had that situation with the Super Bowl. Like right. Dan Quinn wasn't the defensive coordinator. They actually fired the defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't hold that. So it's like I can't, if you have not been a defensive coordinator bruh, he been a defensive coordinator in 16 years, man. That means he has not really been at 3 o'clock in the morning sitting up watching film on a offense or not even an offense, an actual player. Because sometimes a defense beating an offense is about bleeding that player. You know what I'm saying? How do we beat a Christian McCaffrey style running back that can catch the ball coming out the backfield and dump and duke on you? Okay, how do we stop a Jalen Hurts style running quarterback who's going to get 15 touchdowns and throw 20 touchdowns a season? How are you going to and has 2 wide receivers that are damn near Pro Bowlers? Those types of offenses did not exist. And I'm going to tell you, like, it's a difference, just like with content creating. I know we've all noticed that as content creator, it's a different approach when you're watching the game as a content creator and just watching it as a fan. Like it's just a totally different mindset. So it's like, I think like this. I think in 6 months, I think that is too much of an ask for a defense that is not that far. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna tell you something else, and this is gonna probably be my last thing, and I gotta get up out of here. I think a lot of Cowboys be thinking it can't get worse.
Mm.
It
Like,
can get
listen to
worse,
me.
man.
The only thing that we're thinking is that it's gonna come here and it's gonna be. Listen to me. Technically, Rex Ryan has to come here and get us at 0. Because think about this: the last defense we put on the field gave up 50. So he's not coming here to be like, oh, I'm coming here to stand on the shoulders of a defense that gave up 17 points and they lost 17-19. No, he's coming here to actually fix realistic problems that need fixing right now. I'm going to tell you this right now. In life, you got problems. I got problems that I can be fixed by my grandpa. I got problems that can be fixed by my son. Then you got problems that need to be fixed by me. Why? Because I got the strength, I got the endurance, and I got the youth to actually follow it through. Fixing a defense a lot of times is not a this might not be a one season thing. Like, this may take more than like a couple seasons to actually fix. You know what I'm saying? So since it might take a couple years to actually fix, you do need a guy who can fix those small tweaks that you have right now. And I'm sorry, Rex Ryan, or I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually made a video saying no against him, but I'm leaning more toward the boy from the Giants. I'm gonna keep it real with
Wink
you, bro.
Martindale.
I'm leaning more
I
towards him
like
each day,
Wink
bro.
too.
I
I'm
like Wink.
leaning more and more towards him every day.
Wink Blitz happy ass too. Matter of fact, I love that you did that so we can segue to that real quick. I know you got to depart. So you got any? Are you gonna be able to keep rocking, or you finna have to jump off now, bro?
I'm about to jump off right now.
Well,
He got to
shit.
be up there. I'll post some videos up there so y'all know I ain't lying. But yeah, man, my son doing the Black History, no, the Black.
National anthem.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah, indeed, man. Well, shit, let them folks know where they can find you, man. We got a little bit. Me and Landlord got a little bit more time. We'll get through these last two topics, then we'll jump off too.
Man, anywhere on social media, man, you can find me, West Coast Cowboy, man. You guys already know it. Anywhere, YouTube, Facebook, Insta, Jeezy, baby. You know what it is, man. Anywhere, man. I gave y'all an hour of content today, man. Tomorrow is supposed to rain, so practice will probably be canceled. So I can rock tomorrow. I can rock in the morning and in the afternoon. So wherever y'all want to go, man, we can go with it.
Indeed, man. Thank you for coming through and showing
Hey,
love,
but man,
brother.
I want to tell you, I appreciate y'all too, though, man. Because listen, man, I'm already doing more content than I thought I was gonna be doing after the Cowboys lost in the Super Bowl. I'm already doing every show I do a day is way more than I thought I was gonna do, man. Because man, y'all know how I be after Super Bowl. I don't be wanting to hear it, bro.
I know. I understand, my boy. I
He said lift
understand.
every voice and sing. I know. I think they singing a little baby song.
Yeah. We paid.
Yeah,
In that been going
we
crazy.
paid.
Shout out to Lil Wicks out there going in.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
hey, it's
Hey,
that Black
don't tell
History
him to
song.
start off with that. Yeah. We paid. He gonna go viral, boy. He going
Yeah,
Man,
viral.
yeah. I think he is singing a little baby song. But hey, man, I love y'all. You already know what it is. Never look down. Keep stars up. Peace.
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 But yeah, man.
Well, that junk could go viral instantly. He come up there
Immediately.
about to sing the national anthem. He go up there, yeah. We paid. I'm gonna turn up a
Man.
little more this time. All right, don't play, man. Don't play.
They're going out there going crazy, boy.
Got the crowd lit.
Man. But real quick, man, because we wrap this up in just a second. He would talk about Wink Martindale, Blitz happy ass coming to Dallas. Bobby Belt from 105.9 The Fan, if I'm not mistaken, that's the radio station.
Yep.
Whatever. Michael Lombardi told us the Cowboys have been in communication with Wink Martindale's agent about a potential interview. So Wink don't even got one set up yet, but it's in the work. It's coming down the pipeline. You know, my people gonna get with your people kind of thing, man. So again, I like Wink Martindale. You know, I think that Wink Martindale can be a good defensive coordinator when he got good defensive personnel. Because when he was with the Ravens, he produced multiple top 10 defenses. When he went to the Giants, they're the Giants.
Facts.
So that's how I feel about Wink Martindale.
You can coach. You can lead a horse to water. You know what I'm saying? But you can't make him drink it. You know what I'm saying? So he might have had the greatest motivation, the philosophies, but he ain't had no personnel, so they couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I like Wink Martindale actually though. It's believe it or not, for us to be at the back end of this defensive coordinator search, we got some decent candidates though, for real.
We got some decent names,
but they just old men. That's all it is.
and that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said if this was 2010, this would be the dopest, littest defensive coordinator search I ever seen in my life. Like, damn, they got the Avengers assembled to try to take on this job.
So anything, I heard y'all sentiments about how old and how far removed Rex is. Is there any good pros that you are like out of it? Because I can see it, honestly.
Personality-wise, personality and scheme, yeah.
I can see it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And I think it might work. It might work because he'll demand a certain respect coming in the building. Like, you think Micah be able to look at Rex Ryan like, we ain't listening to you. Micah be like, oh, Rex had them defenses, bro. You know what I'm saying? Micah be like, hey, he had Ray over there, and he had them defenses, like taking a defensive led team to the AFC Championship back to back. Because that wasn't an offensive team.
No.
That was a defensive team.
They ran the ball. They played very good defense.
Reavers weren't giving up nothing.
Yeah, they had a bunch of good players over there.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can do that, he winning despite of his offense. That's impressive. That's what a championship level defense is. You know what I'm saying? If my offense fumble in the bag, we ain't though. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's see if we can get that type of spirit in Dallas. That would be interesting.
It would be interesting. But, that's the only thing. Like, I know that you're able to coordinate defenses because I've seen tape on it. But can that defense you're putting out there without any tweaks or anything match up against these offenses? And that's why I said you need somebody.
Be a little naive to think he ain't got no tweaks though. He gotta have some tweaks. Come on.
Does he have to have some tweaks? Because
he do, yeah.
Just because you see something on film is different than when you actually see that shit in person. You know what I mean?
If you think about how he is, though, he's so multiple, though, he gonna have all kind of stuff anyway. Like, he's not gonna just do no vanilla scheme or no base. He gonna be trying all kind of stuff anyway. So, hey, maybe one of them stick. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just gonna sit there and just, be conservative with it.
The hope is he's prepared. Right, because listen, we can say about things about theory. We won't know until it actually happened, and that's the only thing I think a lot of us are getting at this point. Like, yeah, it could work. It could also be a disaster at the same time.
It's risky. It's definitely risky. But you know what they say: the bigger the risk, bigger the reward. You might have to take a risk. You want to be great. You might have to take a risk.
Gambling ass niggas say that right before they lose their rent money.
We ain't trying to lose the rent money. I'm the landlord. I don't condone that. Don't lose your rent money. Please don't.
But that is true. But that's why my sentiment is, man, like, I wish the Dallas Cowboys did not create the situation as it is right now. Because you did not extend Mike McCarthy. You're trying to send a message about McCarthy. Well, by doing that, you have created an environment where people are hesitant to come to Dallas. So some of the guys that are probably more qualified because they're a little bit younger, closer to the current environment of the NFL, know how to stop these offenses, know how to stop these defenses, yada, yada, yada. They don't want to be associated. They don't. So that's why Dallas Cowboys, we talk about these issues and what to do. We shouldn't feel bad for them. That's like somebody shoot them damn selves and then they ask you for prayer while they in the hospital. Like, you put yourself there.
Man, you drill a hole in the boat and now you need a life jacket.
Yeah, like what is going on,
man?
What
are you doing? You need a flotation device all of a sudden.
Yeah. You need a paddle. You're like, nah, dog. Like, you made these issues. So you created the environment. You because of that, you can only get a certain time, a certain kind of demographic that even want to come to Dallas. So I don't know what to tell you. Like, there were better options. You can probably find some better folks, but they don't want to be associated with you. The pretty bitch don't want you.
Ouch.
You ain't
don't like you.
You ain't that dude no more. You got a beer belly. Your money,
you ain't him no more.
Your money ain't long no more, my boy. Man, you got a dad bod. She ain't calling you daddy.
All right. See, I ain't gonna lie though. I would like to see somebody like Will with Rex though, Will might be able to get Rex what he need. I ain't gonna lie. I'm scared of him being so far removed, but he was one of the ones when he was in his day, though, bro. He was that dude, though. Like Rex was that guy. He was one of the better ones with this type of press man type exotic blitzes and stuff like that. Man, Rex was like that. So like, at least even if he is far removed, it's like you go sign up for a pickup game with MJ. He an old man, but he still can hoop now. You know what I'm saying? He still can hoop. He still gonna drop 30 on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he still got it. It's like riding a bike. Maybe he still got it. We'll have to see. Like I said, it's a risk. It's a risk. One of the more conservative moves, it'll be like Wink. He just left the Giants, you know. Begrudgingly, they had a kind of messy breakup too, didn't it?
Yeah, he got into it quite bad with the offensive coordinator over there.
So, you know, Wink just left, even though his defense wasn't that great. Then you got Vrabel just was a head coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
These people still in the loop, but they got fired for a reason, some of them. And you know what I'm saying? It's still pros and cons when you look at all this stuff. It's pros and cons when you look at every candidate.
Yeah, that's true. And my God, they wouldn't be defensive coordinators right now. You cannot hire somebody laterally from another team. So you know the teams that got these good defensive coordinators, you're supposed to be looking at their second in command. You're supposed to be looking at the passing game coordinator for the Los, not for the Los Angeles Chargers, but for the San Francisco 49ers. You're supposed to be looking at the passing game coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs because they got one of the best secondaries in the National Football League. Those are the young guys that you look at to promote, you know, as a future defensive coordinator because they already learned from a good DC. They'll be up next to be a good DC somewhere else. Those are the guys that you go out there and court, right? You know, that's how Dan Quinn ended up getting his start. He worked his way up. He didn't start as a defensive coordinator. Same way like Joe Witt. I'm not saying he young, but you know he put in the work, and now he was a good candidate to be a DC. So those are the guys that we're looking at. But yeah, man. Last thing, the dude Manuel, he's a Rooney Rule. He's a Rooney Rule interview. You need two of those guys, and they got to be from outside of the organization. So you know when we actually went out there and interviewed Dirty, hey, that man name is still sending me everywhere.
Ooh.
Dirty
ass boy.
You dirty motherfucker.
you dirty mother.
So yeah, so when we interviewed Dirty, it did not help us with the Rooney Rule. So Ron Rivera helped with the Rooney Rule, right? Because he is of Hispanic heritage. And then Manuel helps us also with the Rooney Rule. So once we interview both of those, the Dallas Cowboys will be in compliance with the Rooney Rule. But, you know, I don't expect either one. I really expect Ron Rivera to be an actual candidate, not so much for Manuel. So I just wanted to throw that out there before we shut down. I got things to do. Landlord got things to do. He got to go to work tonight. So let the folks know where they can find you at, bro.
Already, man. You know, Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media, man. Y'all tap in for the win and holla at your boy. I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tapped in, stay focused, turn your notification bells on because I'm telling you, hey, ain't no telling when I'm going live. So, hey, you know, make sure you keep your notification bells on, man, and stay tapped in for the win. Let's go.
Indeed, man. And hey, it's your boy, Henny DeMoore, reporting live from the liquor store. We're still on the road to 2,000 subs, man. Right now, we're at 1,792. So
y'all, let's help get HTM to that 2K, man. Quit playing with the church's money. Let's go over there right now to HTM Sports and hit that sub button, man. Quit playing. Quit acting like an eagle. You know what I'm saying? You just sitting here acting eaglish, watching us and not supporting that. Don't behave that way. You know, if you're watching this on the replay, if you're watching this on the rerun, Go over there to HTM Sports. Make sure you sub to my guy, man. He put in the work every day. He deserve it. Make sure y'all go support, man. Let's do it.
Indeed, man. And hey, in the words of West Coast Cowboy, never look down.